Alright, so we're going to start with our polar graphs. If you think back to when you started learning rectangular graphs, the very first thing you learned how to do is to plot a point. So if we said plot the point 5, -2, you would go right 5, down 2, and that was it. That was all we did. And then you would move on to stringing points together to create lines, and then you would move on from there just to switch those equations with transformations. So that's kind of the process we'll take with polars. Very first thing that we're going to graph would be these polar points. So my first one is 5π/3. Remember, it's r comma theta. Theta is the angle, so we think of this as like a unit circle. So I always find the angle first. Each of these are divided into thirds. So 5π/3 is going to fall right there. And then 3r tells me the radius, how far from the pole. So I'm going out 3. 1, 2, 3. And we're done. So you're just putting a point there. Next we've got 2 -π/4. With this specific graph that you guys have, π/4 is not listed, so it's going to be in between my π/6 and π/3. So -π/4 is going to fall right around here. I'm going to go out 2 little spokes, and that's it. 3, 0. Remember, it's r comma theta. So my angle is 0 radians, or 0 degrees. It's just going to fall on that positive x-axis, basically. Think of it that way. We're just going to go out 3 spokes, and we're done. And then the very last one, -2 π/4. Once again, start with your angle. So here would be π/4. +2 would fall right there. But because it's a negative, it just reflects it. So we're going to go 2 in the opposite direction.